You're listening to the Championship Wrestling Podcast. And here's your host, Dustin Starr.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Championship Wrestling Podcast. Happy Thanksgiving week. Thank you for joining me. It's another Monday in Memphis. I am Dustin Starr, and today we have another fun podcast scheduled, including today's special guest. He's a former WWE World Tag Team Champion, and he was second to The King in WWE at one time, and he's a good friend of mine for many, many years. Today, my special guest is Sir Mo. He's going to be in Memphis in just a few weeks. I'm going to be working with him and his wrestling group. We're going to get you all caught up on what's going on in just a moment. But first, be sure to follow us at CW30 Wrestling on all social channels and keep up with me at Dustin Starr.
Championship Wrestling is presented by Pro Shingle, a professional roofing company.
Let's run it back with the Championship Wrestling Rewind.
We are going to rewind back to Saturday's Championship Wrestling presented by Pro Shingle, and then we'll talk all about it with Sir Mo. Last week on Championship Wrestling, it was all about championship gold. The Bodega were victorious in our four-way tag team elimination match and became number one contenders to the United Tag Team titles.
Now Bodega, number one contenders. He told you, we want everything. Toito. And we want gold around our face.
And our Dave and Buster's match of the week was for the United TV Championship.
Holding on to him. Howdy's holding on to him. He's keeping the grasp, and now, oh no! Come on!
Oh no!
Oh man, Heartbreak City for the former champion, who got absolutely robbed last time, and again, Dan Joseph. Where does he go from here?
All that and so much more on the fastest hour in pro wrestling. Watch episode 86 in full on our official YouTube channel at CW30 Wrestling. Joining me at this time is my old buddy, Sir Mo. What's up, Mo?
Yo. What's up, D-Star? What's happening, man?
You know what? You told me something a long time ago about some of your old tag team partners. You told me that sometimes even when you haven't seen that person in a long time, when you do see them, it's like time kind of stood still. So that's how I feel right now. We haven't seen each other in a long time, but I used to see you every single wrestling show of my career in the early days.
Yeah, I remember.
I know that you do. We could tell a whole lot of stories that we won't tell, but we had a lot of fun. So I'm very appreciative of all those days.
Yes, sir. I'm very proud of you, man. You've come a long way.
Well, I learned a lot of that stuff from you, brother. I'll be perfectly honest.
You learn anything from me.
Osmosis.
I got you.
Well, I know that you're a fan of the show of Championship Wrestling presented by Pro Shingle. You were talking to me about watching and keeping up and all that kind of stuff. You even popped up in one of the United Wrestling Network's podcasts, and all the boys were marking out, Sir Mo, he's in the chat. He's in the chat. So, what are some of your favorites? Tell me some of your favorite stuff in wrestling right now before we talk about what you got coming up.
Oh, man. So, I spend a lot of time watching AEW. And, of course, I watch your program. I like Watts. I like his name always escapes me, but he runs around with Leva Bates, the girl with the book, the librarian.
Peter Avalon.
Yeah. Doing I seen him in an Uber today or something on a commercial.
Well,
I love that guy.
On Saturday's show, EJ Sparks was in action. He was victorious. We had a four-way elimination tag team match where the Bodega, they end up picking up the victory. They get a championship opportunity against SoCal Distancing. And then, of course, we had the rematch for the United TV title. Dan Joseph did not recapture the United TV title. And also, guess what we saw on the show?
What was that?
We saw Dante Smiley and Alan Steele going back and forth, spitting some fire at each other because there's a big wrestling match coming up live in Memphis on December the 12th, and they can come and meet you as well. Tell us what's going on, man.
Hey, man. So it's been a long time since I've been to Memphis, and I thought it was about time that I showed my face again. And so everybody, a lot of people don't know this, but myself and my wife Denise run Soar Championship Wrestling here in Dallas, Texas, and we're kind of branching out. We got 3 schools, 2 schools in Arkansas, 1 in Dallas. Going to open up 1 in South Carolina, but a couple of our students are from right there in Memphis, Tennessee. They actually drive 8 hours every other weekend to come work out at our school.
Wow.
And so I asked them, hey, it's time to do a show in your town. They found a venue, and I put a card together. And of course, everybody knows that me and Alan still are like brothers. And I don't have a fun liking to Dante Smiley, so I figured, that I'd put, one of Memphis's best, all that Alan Steele against Dante Smiley, in hopes that he would shut Dante's mouth, because Dante's a little mouthy.
I could tell.
Hey,
we saw that on the program.
He's cocky, man. He's a CrossFit champion. The dude's got a 12-pack abs, man, and he's very cocky. He's got about a 66, 68-inch vertical jump.
Sheesh.
I'm talking about flat-footed jump on top of boxes, man. This guy's crazy.
So we've got Soar Championship Wrestling presents A Christmas to Remember. You can get your tickets online, of course. That's Saturday, December 12th at the Avenue Complex. That's 3589 Summer Avenue in Memphis, Tennessee. Actually, right down the street from old Channel 5 and the CW studios, where we used to be scared of your spinning heel kick.
That was one to be afraid of.
I've got to do my homework, Sir Mo, because it sounds like I'm going to be hosting the evening. Oh, yeah.
No better person to do it than you, D-Star.
I like that it's different. It's different guys and I know you haven't been in the Memphis area in a while, but it's the same people on a lot of the shows. So this is totally different. This is going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to it, but I'm really looking forward to seeing you, Sir Mo. So I know that people can come and see you early on in the day. Tell us about the meet and greet and what all it entails.
Well, I've got some new things to give away. I'm just excited, man. I haven't been in Memphis in a long time. I want to see some of the old fans, and I just, there's nothing like Memphis wrestling, and so. Right. I felt like I just want to bring my version of wrestling to Memphis and see if the people like it, and then maybe we can get together and do a regular thing once every 2 or 3 months or something, as long as it's not stepping on anybody's toes, because that's not what we want to do. But we have 30 kids in our wrestling school that we have to try to keep busy. Look like we might be slowing down the way COVID is starting to spike again, but I'm excited. I'm glad you're going to be a part of it. There's no better person in the world that I'd rather have hosting an event of mine than you.
I really appreciate it. Once again, that's 3589 Summer Avenue, Memphis, Tennessee. Come check it out. Sir Mo will be there. Tell us any of the old diehard Memphis fans that are listening right now. Give them one last little shout out before we get off here, man.
Hey, for all of my Memphis fans out there, especially my homeboy V-Man. Yeah. I love me some V-Man.
Me too.
Yeah, man. But all my homeboys out there, come out and see me. I was gonna try to get Derek King on the show, but something told me if I brought Derek to the show, I might catch on fire, and I didn't want that to happen.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you about that off the air.
It was just one of those things, bro.
Oh gosh. Mo, I look forward to seeing you, man. Thank you so much.
You too, bro. Love you, man.
Love you, brother.
Look out! Here's what's coming up for Championship Wrestling.
There is a lot going on all around us, and we invite you to be there with us. First and foremost, big thank you to everybody who came out to Dave & Buster's last night for WWE Survivor Series and The Undertaker's final farewell. WWE TLC is next on the calendar. You can join us for that on December 20th at Dave & Buster's in Memphis, absolutely free. This week, be sure to celebrate Small Business Saturday by shopping local all throughout the Mid-South, but especially over at our friends at Commerce Street Market, where this weekend you can meet Buzz Lightyear and Mr. Potatohead. No, seriously, you can meet them both on Saturday.
Join us Saturday, November 28th for Small Business Saturday. We have over 7,000 square feet filled with 100 local vendors. Swan Creek Candles. Boutiques. Gifts for her. Gifts for him. Gifts for them. We'll have special guests, Buzz Lightyear and Mr. Potatohead. As always, our events are free to attend.
Commerce Street Market, Mississippi's favorite one-stop shop.
And of course, we are just 2 weeks away from wrestling trivia at Sidecar Cafe. Next Monday, December 7th, come play wrestling trivia with us. It all goes down at Sidecar Cafe at 7 p.m. and it's free to play. Plus, register now at championshipwrestlingmemphis.com and you'll get a free appetizer. I'll see you on the 7th. We always have such a great time at wrestling trivia at Sidecar Cafe. Team Canada is your 2-time champs. Who can knock them off the throne? We're going to find out. And on December 12th, get ready. But thank you to Sir Mo for joining me earlier in this podcast. I can't wait to see him on December 12th. Check this out. Memphis, Tennessee, get ready for a Christmas to remember with Soar Championship Wrestling. Mark your calendars, Saturday, December 12th at 3589 Summer Avenue in Memphis. Bell time is 7:30, and not only will I be hosting for the evening, but it features Dante Smiley versus Alan Steele, DJ Brown Jr., Dean Fleming, the Self-Made Men, Laurentez X, and a women's division match between Kayla Cassidy and the Diamond Queen, Evelyn Carter. Be sure to arrive early for a special meet and greet with former WWE World Tag Team Champion, my buddy Sir Mo. That starts at 5:30. It's a Christmas to remember with Soar Championship Wrestling. It's sponsored by Brinson Tax Service. Check them out at 1864 Madison Avenue and get your tickets at championshipwrestlingmemphis.com. And of course, every Thursday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, you can catch me on Sports 56 Mornings talking professional wrestling. Listen live or on podcast anywhere in the world at sports56whbq.com. Then at noon on Thursdays, an all-new Grind City Wrestling, you can listen over at grindcitymedia.com/podcasts. And Saturday at noon, the show is going to be a little bit different this week. My Maria does plan to take a couple of weeks off, but it's nothing that I can't handle on my own. Will All Day will be in singles competition. Dan Joseph is back in action after Saturday's rough loss to Levi Shapiro. We'll see what condition Dan Joseph is in after that tough defeat. We're also going to hear from the new number one contenders for the United World Tag Team titles, the Bodega, Danny Limelight and Papo Esco. We're going to hear from those guys ahead of their big championship opportunity. Plus, something is happening with Nico Marquez. Duh, right? Something's always happening with Nico Marquez. But do me a favor. Do not miss this Saturday's show. Anything can happen. Saturday at noon, join us for Championship Wrestling presented by Pro Shingle. It's the fastest hour in pro wrestling where anything can happen. That's Saturday at noon on CW30 Memphis.
Thanks for listening to the Championship Wrestling Podcast.
Thank you for joining me again this week, and another big thank you to our special guest, Sir Mo. Can't wait to see him on December the 12th. And check this out. Before I go, I tweeted out a couple of days ago that I was looking for a podcast contributor that perhaps was in the Memphis market, so one day could possibly be cast on Championship Wrestling presented by Pro Shingle, or Championship Wrestling from Memphis presented by Pro Shingle. I did have an overwhelming amount of people that were interested in this position, so here's your opportunity to be on the Championship Wrestling Podcast with me. I need help recapping shows, so show me what you got. Tweet me right now at Dustin Star, and we might just get you scheduled. It's first come, first serve. Come on with me and help recap Championship Wrestling. Also, stay up to date and informed on everything Championship Wrestling presented by Pro Shingle by following us at CW30 Wrestling and subscribe to our official YouTube channel at CW30 Wrestling. Man, we have so many new videos each and every day, including a brand new playlist featuring the best of 7 series between Heather Monroe and Lacey Ryan, all in the same playlist. Easy for you to find. It's each and every match. Can't wait to see you next Saturday at high noon, and catch us again next Monday at high noon right here on the Championship Wrestling Podcast. Until then, I am Dustin Starr saying so long, everybody.